Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store.
In this game, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Denver Nuggets here at Ball Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the seeding out west. 4 games left on the schedule here. A look at the Nuggets. Right now, they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, the Timberwolves. They're 7th best in the conference.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup.
Conley and Edwards are the guards.
Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 slot. And for the Nuggets,
The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic.
sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. And it's Murray in at the point guard position.
So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
Now Edwards, following the miss by Michael Porter from deep. That one goes in.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Murray looking around. Clock at 6. Here's Jokic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Hey, night in and night out, Jokic is taking and relishing the contact.
Clark, what we appreciate, for some players, success can change them, but not for Jokic. He seems like the same guy.
He certainly does, boy, and he is special. He is so much fun to watch. Seems to be even-keeled and down to earth, but his game is heaven sent for sure.
And he knocks down the first one.
Mark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
And he makes both free throws.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be. Double-digit boards, a regular occurrence for Gobert. Makes it easier to get those second-chance hoops, too.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray.
Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Picked by Randle. That's tipped.
Edwards dishes to McDaniels. Shoots a fader. Yes, that goes in.
McDaniels saying to himself, okay, you want to give me that? I'll take it.
2 minutes.
Outside Gordon. Porter with the screen for Gordon. Outside Porter. Pass to Jokic. Over Gobert. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Porter.
So hard to force Jokic out of his rhythm. Tremendous concentration.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. McDaniels. Here's Gobert. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
This is what the team relies on Gobert for, clearing the glass and finishing the play.
Murray kicks to Jokic. A floater. Gobert with the block. Here's Randall. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Pass to Edwards. Fires the three. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Edwards got 5.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Big group substitution here for Denver. Saric is checked in for Jokic. Zignaji comes in for Aaron Gordon. Watson, he's checked in for Christian Brown. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Murray. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for Julius Randle. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. The Nuggets with another miss. McDaniels finds DiVincenzo to the inside. And Reed throws it down.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
Timberwolves leading by 7. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Michael Porter's out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Peyton Watson. Then there's Saric. It's Najee in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Pass to Watson. Clark with it. He has yet to score. Now here's DiVincenzo. McDaniels traps in the tray. McDaniels got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves.
Right there, Daniels is saying, you got to come get me if you want to stop me. Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Clark outside. Inside. Here's Reed. It's hauled in by Watson. And it's Watson with the ball for the Nuggets. They host the Spurs after this one. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand. Westbrook passes to Porter. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Pass to Reed. A 3-ball. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets trail by 5. And here's Westbrook. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Saric finds Westbrook. Saric, a screen on DiVincenzo. Clock at 4. Westbrook passes to Watson. Over Clark. And Watson with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists tonight. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Hall's checked in for Saric. Christian Brown comes in for Zeke Naji. And Murray subbed in for Michael Porter. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for McDaniels. Edwards has come in for Clark. And it's Mike Conley in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Confident jump shot from DiVincenzo. He's a pretty selective shooter who doesn't waste many possessions. He does a nice job with shot quality.
Let's find out the news on Nikola Jokic. David, what's the update?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Nuggets head athletic trainer, and unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious. Hopefully, Kevin will be able to still see him out on the floor with his team during the playoffs.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Free throw good, Murray. Jamal Murray is still an elite scorer, and Clark, he has fought through so many injuries.
And it's remarkable that he's as explosive off the bounce as he is after the injuries that he's dealt with. His ability to create a shot, especially at crunch time, one of the best in the league. The pull-up jumper, the teardrop, and the three, he's got all of those.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And, you know, you look at the evolution of Murray, and it's exciting to watch, quite honestly. He's a combo guard. He's got great range and scoring ability, but I like the way he's developing as a playmaker, too.
Down low, got a piece of it. Jokic with the steal. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, you know, Jokic has such active hands and really good anticipation. For a big guy, he comes up with a lot of steals.
Edwards looking it over. Five on the clock. Edwards loves it in there.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, guys. With Mike Malone, as the second half approaches, Coach, what are you looking for?
Execution, pace and purpose with everything that we do, and making sure that when we call a set, we know what we're trying to accomplish and get the ball to where our players can be effective.
We'll see if they can fix that in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the Denver Nuggets.
A few things for them to focus on: more presence on the backboards, more physicality, maybe a few elbow sandwiches.
And maybe the guards need to crack back, get in there and help out.
And now, as the season winds down, a look at the Western Conference picture.
You know, right now for Denver, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Minnesota leading by 6. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's Conley in at the 1. Here's Edwards, and again it's Minnesota.
Boy, great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
Denver shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's Jokic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Nikola Jokic, Clark, is as skilled a big as we have seen. And when he has the ball, he can really affect the opposition.
Yeah, he's such a great passer, and he's got tremendous size. I mean, people forget because he's pretty nimble and agile that he's, right at 7 feet tall, 7'1", with really long arms. So he's a problem just from the size standpoint. Then you factor in his otherworldly skills as a passer, as a shot maker, as a basketball player. And now you've got something that's as unique as we've seen in, I think, the history of the game.
And Jokic drops them both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Conley against Murray. Outside Conley. It's hauled in by Jokic. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 6. Outside for Murray. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Murray's got 6.
Immensely confident in his game. Murray doesn't think twice about pulling the trigger from deep, nor should he.
Here's Gobert going inside.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake. And, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Randall outside. Outside Edwards. Pass to Conley. To the wing right side. 4 on the shot clock. Lets it go. Shot by McDaniels. No good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the lead.
It's stolen by Gobert. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the middle. It's tipped and stolen by Gordon. Here's Jokic and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. McDaniels passes to Randall. Conley's shot is off. The Nuggets trail by 5. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Murray kicks to Porter. 6 to shoot. It's Jokic top of the key. Too much. Jokic down low.
You know, the length of Jokic helps on these contested shots because he knows he can score on just about anybody in the league.
Gobert with a screen for Conley. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert is a big target, especially when he's roaming around that rim.
There's 18 seconds left in the third. Conley against Murray. Pass to Gordon. Now Jokic. Gobert with the defensive effort. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Minnesota on top, leading by 5. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in to Michael Malone.
Stops and run. Stops and run. Sense of urgency, man. Come on. We got to get this win.
Trying to stoke the fire under his team. Mike Malone asking his guys to seize the moment.
And this is the time when the leaders on the court need to step up, take control, and make things happen.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Dario Saric is out there with Peyton Watson. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Brown in its small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. It's good. Miller's got his first bucket in this one.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Murray against DiVincenzo. Pass to Watson. To the paint. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. And a missed layup.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Miller outside. Good on the three-point shot. Miller's got 5 points in the quarter.
Love the pass from Reed that time. These guys love playing with him.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. And he wants to see some changes out there right away, right now. A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Saric. Aaron Gordon comes in for Peyton Watson. And Porter subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I got a chance to hear what Michael Malone said to his team. They were asking the team to play faster, push the ball. Coach told their players, hey, look, in this league, fast break points are the easiest. We need more of them. Can't argue with that. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Edwards, that's good.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Pass to Jokic. Gobert with the block. Edwards drawing the double team. McDaniels against Porter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Porter.
The length that McDaniels brings gives him an advantage against the smaller defender, sometimes drawing a foul like he did there.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
Guys like McDaniels, who can guard just about any position on the floor, extremely valuable these days.
And he does get the second one. And that will put them up by 9. Nuggets running out of time. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Oh, throw it down, Nikola Jokic.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Timberwolves leading by 9. Conley with it, now guarded by Murray. Conley's shot is off.
Yeah, that was $1 million crossover to free him up, but that finish, I'd give him 50 cents.
Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Murray outside. Shoots over McDaniel. Murray, good.
Well, I love the fact that he caught it and was ready to shoot it right away. Well done.
And Randall has got the ball here for Minnesota. They've led by as many as 11 points. Driving to the basket. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Gobert finds McDaniel. To the inside, and that's an intentional foul.
Nikola Jokic. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
Denver calls timeout. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Murray outside. Pass to Gordon. Puts up a 3. That shot misses. And so the Timberwolves take the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Mike. The game is flowing for you. What is it like to be on a win streak like this?
Well, the game's just back to being easy again, you know, just making the right plays, playing off of the teammates, and guys are just really being unselfish. And it's easy for me to play in that style, and it's fun to be around.
You sure look like you're having fun, man. Thanks very much. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, our player of the game, Rudy Gobert.